Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And on today's Going In Raw News Brief, Steve's going to tank today at Quizzlemania, so check that out. Woo boy, that's going to be fun. Yeah, today at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time, I think. Yeah. Unless we're in that weird span of time when we change.
It's
it is?
It's
okay.
Yeah, I checked on Parts Fun Known Twitter to make sure that you got your starting time right. So
okay, good. Making sure. So yeah, check that out at Parts Fun Known. Should be a lot of fun for some people out there. But yeah, that should be good. I cut a scathing pro. What did you think of my promo today?
Sleepy Boomer, huh?
Oh, I forgot I said that. Oh crap.
No, you didn't forget. You didn't forget. Trying to throw shade my way. You know, I've been trying to motivate you all week. And I think I've been doing a damn good job of it.
You've been doing a terrible job. It's terrible.
You're going to finish sixth. Prove me wrong.
All right. Speaking of finishing sixth, there's no segue there. We got an interview with the Good Brothers up this morning.
Yes.
So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Awesome. Chatting them up about Talkin' Shoppa Mania 2. So go check that out. It's a lot of fun. We got to do more of those interviews, Larson.
Yeah, we should. Maybe we will.
Absolutely.
Speaking of somebody doing things, AEW is doing things. They're making the video games. And it turns out that the leak we spoke about on yesterday's news brief was like 100% legit.
I'm glad you insisted on the spoiler because all that stuff seemed super fake. The graphics seemed like less than desirable. But
nonetheless, they were desired by AEW because those are all legit. We are, in fact, getting 3 AEW-themed games in the near future. We got 2 mobile titles, the general manager game called Elite, and a casino game, which apparently will be available, based on what Cody said during the presentation, this winter. Most exciting, though, I think, for us, is the upcoming console title, which is slated to be developed by Ukes. And they've brought on WWE No Mercy director Gata to take part in development. That's very exciting, considering the THQ N64 wrestling video games are best, without a doubt, wrestling video games. The only thing they showed from it was obviously some pre-rendered animations, no actual gameplay.
Did you notice how closely the theme music they were playing sounded like Revenge's opening?
No, I didn't notice.
Go back and listen to it. I mean, it might not be, you're the music guy, it might not be note for note, but it definitely thematically sounds a lot like the Revenge opening, which is an iconic opener.
Oh yeah, during Kenny's presentation, he name dropped No Mercy and Virtual Pro Wrestling twice. Those seem to be the goals they're aiming for in terms of gameplay, I would suspect. Obviously, with updated graphics, updated options and whatnot. So I'm excited about it. If you're telling me we're going to get the No Mercy engine with current generation graphics, that's a buy for me.
Yeah, I hope they have some level of, my big thing is if you have the same level, even back then it was pretty basic, of custom character, customization, whatever. You don't need all the bells and whistles of like a proper sim like in the 2K series, which I'll be honest, as of late, they have come across as way too ambitious for their own good. This past year, just trying to manage a playable game seemed to be a tall task, but I thought I don't know why anybody would have complained about the graphics that we saw yesterday. I did see some chatter on Twitter, people saying, "Oh, they don't look." I thought they looked great for what? Look, it's just like in pro wrestling, man. It's substance over style. If you can get like a really, really fun playable game that's intuitive, like those old games were back in the day, and add an online function to it, where I can play you online via multiplayer and have it be just as smooth. Then if the graphics don't look like it's coming from the PS5, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that.
Another thing to remember too, even though it was pre-rendered out stuff, this is like pre-alpha footage.
Yeah.
I think the idea was they were going to show, hey, we have something to show. There's a disclaimer at the beginning. This is basically no way representative of what you're going to get. And were the character models lifelike and realistic? No. But then again, I can watch wrestling and see these wrestlers actually wrestle. I don't need lifelike, realistic character models in my video games.
It's not necessary. It's totally not necessary.
For me.
Yeah,
not necessary for me either. WWE seems to think it's necessary that they handle a lot of their talent's business endeavors. Steve, what's all this about?
So there's a job listing on WWE's corporate site looking for talent brand manager. And here's the description. WWE Talent Management Group will deliver best-in-class 360-degree support of talent across all internal lines of business and key external partners, amplifying talent brand value and maximizing monetization opportunities for talent and WWE. Here are the responsibilities listed. Work across all lines of business to develop and execute growth strategies for talent brands, drive opportunities for talent brands internally, externally, rip off talent to line Vince McMahon's pockets. I don't know. This seems like a conflict of interest, man. When you're the talent agency, but the only the main source of income that you're looking for is connected to this company is the WWE. It's like, I don't know, a movie studio being their own talent agency, which I think used to be the case back in the day with the studio system.
They broke it up.
And then they broke it up. Exactly.
Yeah, it was an antitrust thing. It got broken up. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. If this ends up enriching talent across the board, as you like to say, prove me wrong. That's a possibility, I guess. If WWE ended up becoming really like the Disney of professional wrestling, where they were making money, like their popularity was at an all-time high, ratings were through the roof, everything was huge. But it's not that. The ratings are starting to sink. They're making a lot of money off their TV contracts, and maybe that'll continue. But this nickel and diming of the Twitch situation is evidence that they just want control and they just want a nickel and dime. And I don't know what this is all about, man. I really don't.
It's another instance of something WWE is doing that seemingly flies in the face of the idea that their talents are independent contractors. Talents right now should be able to go out if they choose to get their own manager to secure themselves brand deals outside of WWE.
Yeah,
maybe some wrestlers do. And then for WWE to potentially, we don't know if this is the case, potentially say, no, we're handling all that stuff now. Again, flies in the face of the idea these wrestlers are actually independent contractors.
Yeah.
If WWE hired these people as employees and gave them the benefits of being an employee, then maybe they'll have more of a leg to stand on. But this just seems to be another instance which is a power grab. That's just what it seems like.
Yeah, it's like everything they do. It just feels carny. It feels silly. Like, I don't know. It seems silly and it seems weird but again, like I said, prove me wrong. If this ends up enriching, the entirety of their roster from top to bottom, then great. That's cool. If that's a system that the wrestlers would choose to be a part of, cool. If not, there are other options out there for them. Speaking of other options besides WWE, there's an AEW on tonight. Dynamite. We got a preview. Larson, what's first?
Matt Seidel's taking on Brian Cage.
Ooh.
We got promos from Cody and Kenny Omega. Of course, MJF will be inducted into the Inner Circle tonight.
That'll be a lot of fun.
As far as in-ring action, also we got Ty Conti versus Red Velvet, and then Pentagon versus Phoenix. The rematch.
That'll be a great match.
That'll be fantastic.
Hopefully some people who will be enriched across the board by WWE's talent agency, NXT. We got a preview for that tonight. Xia Li versus Raquel Gonzalez. Doesn't look good for Xia Li. Some tell me she's going to take the L, and her, whatever this family storyline is, it's going to be advanced. But I'm pretty interested in that. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Breezango. It's Breezango's rematch for those tag team titles.
Correct.
Tony Storm is going to be taking on Candice LeRae. That should be a banger. And then Johnny Gargano versus mystery opponent, probably somebody dressed up like the Scream character.
Scream character, yeah. It's going to be. It's going to be Scream character.
So that should be fun. I got to get back to studying for this Quizzlemania thing. It's coming up in an hour.
It's
so,
not going to do much good, but go ahead.
Oh my God! All right, you're a bucket of negativity. Go take a nap, you boomer. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Enjoy tons of bonus videos, including patron-only live shows, gameplay, and vintage 10 for the wins, access to podcast question threads, the Friendo care package, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson.